Hello, Board. Brady, Shinn here from the Economic Development Team. This item concerns consent agenda items related to the Adare Manor. Please note that this presentation's factual content is identical for both resolutions 1674 and 1676. The Adare Manor has two participation program agreements, one for a Type 2 General Assistance Agreement and one for a Type 4 Capital Improvement Reimbursement Agreement. It is clear to understand that the resolutions in context of the overall project. However, since we have two agreements, the agency is going by the book and completing an amendment and resolution for both agreements. A quick overview on how the project went and why there is a need for amendments. The project is complete, open, and leasing up well. The participant has provided all the necessary cost documentation, and the agency has completed its review. The agency has determined the project has nearly $565,000 of eligible expenses. Although in the existing agreements, the not to exceed totaled nearly $760,000. However, the Type 4 agreement, which constituted nearly $280,000 of that total, concerned expected Idaho Power utility infrastructure costs on the project. Ultimately, Idaho Power did not require Adare Manor to install the added electrical capacity. If the agreements were processed and left unchanged, the Adare Manor would have major issues. First, almost $80,000 in actual eligible expenses would not be reimbursed. This is the difference between the $560,000 actual total minus the Type 2's not to exceed of $480,000. Second, due to the downward levy rate trends from Ada County, since these agreements were executed in late 2017 and early 2018, Adare Manor would likely not receive even the $480,000 from the Type 2 agreement. In total, the Adare Manor could potentially receive as little as $360,000 for $560,000 worth of actual eligible expenses. An important consideration too, shown on the table in this slide, is that the actual eligible expenses is less than the original budget amounts for each agreement. Understanding that the Type 2's not to exceed amount of $480,000 cannot absorb 100% of the actual eligible expenses, and that there is nearly $280,000 budgeted in the T4 for costs that were not required, the agency and its legal advisor, Elam and Burke, have found a solution. Use the same eligible expense exhibit for each agreement. Then process out each agreement as originally contemplated. Pay $280,000 immediately as per the Type 4 agreement, and then pay out the remainder based on the tax increment revenue through the Type 2 agreement's 4-year term. The agency and Elam and Burke feel that amending each agreement in this manner is the best possible solution regarding meeting CCDC's financial commitment expectation for the affordable Adare Manor project, and there is precedent from the other Type 4 projects reimbursing for eligible expenses that are not solely utility infrastructure related. Please see the table on this slide to understand the actual payment schedule for both agreements under the amendments. Please see the suggested motion above regarding Resolution 1676 for the Type 4 agreement on Adare Manor. Again, both agreements are undergoing the same conceptual changes as a matter of completeness and redundancy.